Hi, I'm Ghostly Moon.
And I'm Connor Gray.
And today we'll be answering questions about my debut short film, Whimsical as the Waves.
What time did you do most of the filming?
I did most of the filming in 2023. This is actually the official screenplay that I made for the short film. Now, I have made a screenplay for a movie that I was working on, which was quite bigger than this. So this really shows how short the short film is. But this goes shot by shot, exactly what I want to happen, under which line that shot takes place. I have specifics written down about what I want to happen and how I want it to be edited for future me. A piece of history.
Did you have food on the set?
I vaguely remember just doing the work and getting it done and then eating afterwards. Nowadays I have working lunches, which is a lot healthier.
Was the bike scene painful for you?
It was painful and very, very scary. I was blowing around all over the road, getting scraped up on all the corners, getting weak at the folds. It cost a lot, but I felt like we got out there and we did our best, and I felt like I did my part, and I'm really proud of my work.
What was your favorite scene to shoot?
Hands down, the scene. I'm just taking Polaroids and running rampant through this field and holding up a cardboard stand-up and just spinning in circles. I wonder what the neighbors thought. It was quite a sight to behold, but it was just fun, and I got to eat a snack. That was, I believe, one of the one times where I actually did eat on set.
How long did it take to shoot your favorite scene?
It didn't take too long. I remember it took maybe like 20 minutes. I was out in the summer Florida heat, so I kind of had to wrap that one up.
Was it an enjoyable partnership working with Rob?
No, I've never really liked Rob, but we got along well enough to get through the project.
Who is the favorite character?
I'm gonna be really narcissistic and say myself because Luna Seaver is definitely my favorite. She's a very fun character. There's a few more layers to her than I think is portrayed in the film.
How was it trying to work with inexperienced actors?
Well, it was a little bit troublesome at times, especially being the perfectionist that I am. I worked my best with what I was presented with, and I think they did very well.
Do you ever hear from Rob today?
No, and I'm so glad.
Who is your favorite actual actor?
Oh, Emma Stone. I love Emma Stone so much. La La Land is my favorite movie ever created. Anyone who's talked to me for more than 20 minutes should probably know this information. I love her, and her other movies as well, like Easy A, one of my favorite comedies. And I've been told that I look like her with my hair up, so I should take that as a compliment. I love that woman.
How was it filming the scenes with your co-star Rob, who lives halfway around the world?
It was a bit troublesome at times, given that I had to film it with a green screen. You couldn't be face to face with the person and have any energy to bounce off of. I was bouncing it off of a literal wall, but I'm used to green screen work, so it wasn't too horrible. And to tell you just how far across the world he was, I actually have the map from the film where me and Connor are on our venture to find Rob, and we're on a 70-hour walk.
Tell us how your shots were filmed versus how your voice actor dubbed over them.
Well, there's just a real disconnect, and part of that may be being corrugated. I don't know how it is to be any other way, but yes, I felt a real disconnect. It was hard, but I got through it, and I think that the editors, nailed it.
Did people stare when you would film in public?
I didn't have too much issue with that. There was one time when we were filming the biking scene, the police chase scene, where I had to put wanted posters of myself for $23 million, just on a tree. And there was this family that walked by, and they literally did a double take. They looked at the poster and they looked at me and they're like, "Could I get $23 million?" And I was like, "Don't worry, it's just for the bit."
How did it make you feel to be folded and tossed around by the film crew?
Well, I felt a little lack of love, a little lack of appreciation, to just fold me up and zing me in the back of, whatever service vehicle the crew was using at the time, to be drugged behind bikes and to be treated like that. But then, when I see it together, and what with all the awards that are coming, it's going to be worth the sacrifices. But yeah, the film crew could have treated me with a little more dignity, I think.
Break down the dance break for us.
Well, I think it is, to be self-aware, a wee bit obnoxious to have a 3-minute full no cuts dance break in the middle of the film. But I had fun. I choreographed that entire dance myself. It was between Babylon by Lady Gaga and Replay by Lady Gaga. I love making dances to my projects. Like, I made a dance to my Oh No song in my Oh No music video, and I'm making a dance to another song that I'm working on, but I'm gonna get sued if I talk about it, so I can't.
What do you think think Connor felt watching his best friend fail to change twice and end up killing him in 2 timelines?
Wow, I guess if your best friend just won't change and then murders you twice upon a time, that would be quite unfortunate. I would say he probably felt quite betrayed times 2.
Explain that shocking ending.
This is a very good question because I'm sure it confused at least a few viewers, because above all, this film is a little bit of a comedy. I mean, it doesn't take itself super seriously. So the fact that there were like 5 different plot twists at the very end was very funny to me. The first plot twist being that Connor isn't actually Connor, he's actually Rob. And he got killed, so he time traveled back and befriended me as this cardboard stand-up, kind of like crazy girl has imaginary friends type beat, because like all of the stuffed animals in my room talk to me, this cardboard stand-up talks to me. I'm a little bit Looney Tunes, okay? I'm Luna the lunatic. But he time travels back in time to try to stop me from killing him. And he does try his very best, I will say. But at the end, fate is fatal. And even though he tried his best, he didn't succeed in that. So the first plot twist is once I kill Rob and immediately regret it, you see not only Rob's ghost, but also the faint image of Connor walking around in circles being like, it was me all along, and that's basically to say Connor was Rob all along. The second plot twist being that this entire film that you've watched is just a film that a movie reviewer was watching, and she's like, this is a very good film, I'll give it a 10 out of 10. So she writes a review about it, and as that's happening, suddenly the screen becomes painted over as you hear a mysterious voice in the distance, which leads into the final plot twist, which is this entire film was a painting. And I will say that I did steal this idea. My favorite YouTuber, Drew Gooden, did a video about this movie called Daddy Can't Dance or White Man Can't Dance, and it's just like completely normal movie, except at the very end, this woman paints over the screen and it's like, ha, I wonder what I'll paint next time, and it's just her painting the film and the characters, and it's just so random and out of the blue. That's like the funniest thing to me. I just couldn't get over it. I've watched that video so many times. It was hilarious to me. So kudos to that film, but I was inspired by that to have a similar plot twist where some random chick was just painting this entire short film, and she dances to the one song that Luna tries to avoid the entire short film, My Jolly Sailor Bold. That song kind of represents her insanity. That's why every single time it comes on, she's like, no, I'm trying to be normal, stop. But at the very end, the painter obviously embraces it, and it is a very crazy ending, but hopefully I explained it to the highest extent.
Explain Connor's relationship to Rob after that explosive ending scene.
Connor's relation to Rob is that he's Rob. Rob got killed by Luna due to her insanity. So in an attempt to save her and himself, he went back in time to veer Luna off this deranged course. He even left behind little puzzle pieces of what the future holds for Luna. But alas, his attempts did not prevail, and she ended up killing him anyway.
Can we plan on seeing your character Luna again?
Well, you might see her in an upcoming music video or song from me, but even if you do, it'll probably be next summer. If we're talking about a sequel, probably not. This is kind of a one and done type thing.
Have you ever committed murder?
I plead the fifth.
I'm Ghostly Moon.
And I'm Connor Gray.
And these have been our answers to questions about my debut short film, Whimsical as the Waves. My short film is available on this very YouTube channel if you're interested in watching it. This is Luna the Lunatic,
And Connor, the cardboard stand-up.
signing off.